Chapter 1. The Storm and the Silence. The sky broke open over the ridge like a cracked egg, spilling cold rain onto the forest below. I stumbled over roots and moss-covered rocks, my jacket soaked through, boots squelching with every step. I'd been hiking alone for 3 days, supposedly disconnecting from the chaos of city life. A bad idea from the start. By the time I spotted the cabin through the fog and trees, I was shivering, teeth chattering. It was clearly old. Weathered wood, sagging roof, no lights. Still, it was shelter. I pushed open the creaky door, the hinges protesting. The air inside was stale but dry. I stepped in, dropped my pack, and shook out my coat. Then I froze. There, crouched by the cold hearth, was someone or something. A girl. She had long silver hair, matted in places. Her eyes were enormous, glimmering with feline slits that caught the faint light. Her clothes were ragged, more like torn scraps than anything functional. And rising from her back, impossibly, were 2 gray-furred cat ears, twitching at the sound of the wind. She hissed at me. Whoa. Hey, it's okay. I raised my hands, heart pounding. I didn't know anyone was here. I just need to dry off. I won't hurt you. Her stare didn't waver. Her body was tense, ready to bolt. I've got food, I added, slowly opening my pack and pulling out a sealed protein bar. I set it on the floor between us and backed away. She sniffed the air. Then, cautiously, she crawled forward, snatched the bar, and retreated like a feral thing. But she didn't run. I sat against the opposite wall and lit a small battery-powered lantern. The soft light filled the room, casting flickering shadows. She watched me while she ate, each bite small, deliberate. Her nails were sharp, too long to be normal, and her tail, bushy and quick, twitched behind her every few seconds. This wasn't a hallucination. She wasn't human, at least not fully. Chapter 2. Secrets in the Dark. We didn't speak that first night. I offered her a thermal blanket, and she accepted it like I was handing her gold. She curled up in the corner, tail wrapped around her legs, and fell asleep with one eye half open. I didn't sleep much. The next morning, I found some dry firewood under the cabin's porch and lit a small fire. She watched me again, sitting silently on her haunches like some kind of ancient guardian. Eventually, I tried speaking again. My name's Erin. She blinked at me. You got a name? Nothing. I took out another protein bar and tossed it over. This time, she caught it midair with one hand, sharp, fast reflexes. She studied me. Then, in a soft voice like a whisper through broken glass, she said, Kaari. Kaari, I repeated. Nice to meet you. She looked away. Chapter 3. The Implant. It was on the 3rd day that I noticed the implant on the back of her neck. A small metal plate embedded under the skin. Military? Experimental? When I asked her about it, she flinched and curled in on herself like a threatened animal. Bad men made me, she said. You escaped. She nodded slowly. That night, she sat closer to the fire. The rain outside never stopped. It became a kind of rhythm, a heartbeat to the world outside. And inside the cabin, Kaari began to change. Not physically, though I noticed fresh wounds healing faster than they should, but emotionally. Her body lost some of its tension. Her eyes grew curious. She started asking questions. What is Skytrain? I smiled. It's called a plane. It flies in the air, takes people from one city to another. Her eyes lit up. I want fly. Maybe she was born in a lab. Maybe she'd never seen the world. Chapter 4. The Hunters. The peace didn't last. On the 5th morning, we heard the sound of boots in the forest. Heavy, coordinated. Kaari stiffened, eyes wide. They found me. Who? Men in white. They bring cages. I didn't hesitate. I grabbed my pack, pulled her up, and headed for the back window. We ran into the forest. The rain masked our scent, but we could still hear the distant calls, radio static, commands. I took Kaari's hand. She flinched, then held on tightly. We ran until our legs gave out. Chapter 5. Hidden Beneath the Earth. We found shelter in a cave halfway down a ravine, hidden by thick brambles. Inside, I lit a small emergency lamp and tried to catch my breath. Kaari was trembling. "I don't want to go back," she whispered. "You won't," I said. I meant it. Later that night, while she slept curled beside me, I examined her implant. With a sterilized blade and some improvised tools from my med kit, I managed to disable the tracker chip embedded inside. She cried when I told her. "Now free?" "Yeah," I said. "You're free." Chapter 6. The World Beyond. We stayed hidden for 2 more days. Then the voices and helicopters faded. Kaari began to smile more. She helped me collect rainwater, even tried to mimic how I cooked instant noodles. Hot worms, she called them. One afternoon, I caught her chasing dragonflies and laughing. Really laughing. It sounded like bells in the wind. I asked her what she wanted if we made it to safety. "Books," she said. "And sun. And hug." She looked shyly at me. I opened my arms. She leapt into them like a cat. Chapter 7. Civilization and Choice. Getting back to civilization wasn't easy. We avoided towns and roads. I forged an ID for her, got her a hoodie and glasses to hide the ears. The tail was harder. She had to wear it wrapped around her waist like a belt. We eventually found a quiet place in a small mountain town. I got work. She read every book she could find. But even after weeks, she still jumped at sudden sounds. Still flinched when she saw white coats or heard sirens. I knew they hadn't stopped looking. And I knew one day they'd find us. Chapter 8. The Return. It happened on a cold morning. 3 black vans. No plates. Men in white gear. Kaari didn't run. Neither did I. Instead, I sent out the data drive I'd stolen from her implant. All the experiment logs, test results, and names. I'd found them buried in the implant's memory core and sent them to every journalist and whistleblower forum I knew. They tried to drag Kaari away, until the townspeople surrounded us. "She's with us," said the librarian. "You'll need to go through me," said the mechanic. A standoff. One I never expected. The vans left. For now. Chapter 9. Home. It's been a year. Kaari teaches kids at the local school basic biology and how to plant tomatoes. She still naps in sunbeams and drinks milk like it's sacred. She calls me Aaron Kuhn now. I don't know where she picked that up. Sometimes when we lie under the stars, she points at the sky. Someday, she says, "I fly." I nod. "We'll build something. Together." She curls against me, tail wrapping both of us. Together is good. And it is. For the first time in my life, I'm not running. Neither is she. We're home.